What's up, YouTube? How's it going? I got Ryan here. What'd you do today?
I took first to locals.
Nice. What were you playing?
Playing Pendulum Magician. My matchups, round 1, I went 2-0 against Lyreless Tri Brigade. Round 2, I went 2-0 against Cyber Dragon. Round 3, it was 2-0 again against Kane. He was playing Dark Magicians. And then round 4, I went 2-1 against Drytron.
Damn. Nice record. Let's just get right into it then.
Alrighty. So, obviously, our Magician count's high. So we played 3 Harmonizing, 3 Double Iris, 3 Wisdom Eye, 3 Purple Poison, 3 Celestial, 3 Oath.
Damn.
Yep, it's all relatively like self-explanatory. Oath grabs you stuff back and is a level 6 that you can summon off Harmonizing to make Baron. Celestial can lock your opponent out of activating monster effects for the rest of the turn so it can protect you from hand traps and search you follow up in the end phase. Purple Poison can break boards. Literally the entire 10 Sword Soul board, this card breaks it.
Yep, that happened to me last time.
Wisdom Eye Magician is any other scale. That's all we really care about. I think he technically has a monster effect. Double Iris can search either Time Pendulum Graph, and he's a high scale. And then Harmonizing is the heart and soul of the deck. She just summons any magician whenever she's Pendulum summoned. It's just straight up the best card in the deck, without even question. Okay, so for non-magicians that we're playing, we're going to have some pretty obvious stuff like Perform Repel Pendulum Sorcerer. He can pop 2, search 2. He can search for follow-up in the form of either Skullcrabat Joker or previously mentioned Celestial Magician. Okay. So he's just all-around good for that. When you Pendulum summon with him and Harmonizing at the same time, you can stop your opponent from being able to Ash the Harmonizing too, so that's really helpful. Okay, then we have 2 Curtain Raiser because it's a level 4 spellcaster, or it's a fiend, excuse me. It's a level 4 extender. That's literally the only reason I play it. 1 Luster, 1 White Wing. White Wing because White Wing is a bit of a holdover from a previous iteration of the deck I had where I was playing Chronograph Sorcerer, and sometimes you'd have to Pendulum summon Harmonizing, and you'd already have the Chronograph, so that you could Pendulum summon that. And I just wanted a way to sync with the Chronograph so that I can just use the Harmonizing for the Halka Fibrax line. Okay. And Luster is just for when you make Ignister Prominence, you can summon this out in order to continue playing. So you can Ignister, summon this out, go into the Halka Fibrax line if you need be, or just let it be another body so you can kill your opponent. Gotcha. Scythe, Plasma, Celestial. Scythe is fairly obvious. This is for the Dagda line. Yep. Celestial is for DPE. Plasma is the same. Only reason I play Plasma instead of Dasher is because I don't own Dasher.
Have you ever hard summoned the Plasma?
I did once, and you heard me do it in one of the videos, I'm sure, because I literally screamed like an idiot. 1 Tuning Magician because she's honestly kind of like Jet Synchron for the deck. She's genuinely that good. As for spells, fairly obvious stuff. Pendulum Call, obvious. Searches 2. It prevents your scales from being destroyed. 3 copies of Duelist Alliance, because Duelist Alliance searches either this, or you can also search for Luster Pendulum if you need say a tuner. You can search for Pendulum Sorcerer if you need that for whatever reason, and you can also search for Double Iris if you need a high scale. It's also and then last 3 spells, obviously Fusion Destiny, and then the 1-time Pendulum Graph to search off of the Double Iris Magician. Okay.
A lot of 3-ofs, no Desires?
No, I don't play Desires because it conflicts with the DPE package. Gotcha. I don't want to Desires and like ruin my DPE play. Do you want me to do extra deck first? Yeah. Okay. So 1 Link 1, just Magistus Maiden. We don't care about her effect at all. She's just a Link 1 that requires a spellcaster. Link 2s, we have Dagda for obvious reasons, Hulk for obvious reasons, and Verte also for obvious reasons. Verte, we're just going to put the DP in there because you know what that's for. Yep. Celine for 1 Link 3, and then Appaloosa and Boral Sword. Appaloosa is for like if you get a really high rolly hand where you can do Halka Fibrax line first and then Pendulum Summon. Doesn't happen very often, but she can be very useful for setting up turn 1. Boral Sword should 100% 100% be access code talker. I just don't own it.
That's fair.
For rank force, Dweller, Time Star, Tornado, and Supreme King Dragon, Dark Rebellion. Dweller is obvious. Time Star searches anything. Tornado Dragon pop spell traps. Sometimes I actually used this round 1 because we were kind of in a bit of a simplified game state. So I used it to, instead of popping my opponent's Imperial Order like he expected, I popped my own purple poison in order to destroy his monsters, so that he could, I could prevent him from doing like a Zeus line.
You can also pop your own scythe with it as
Yep,
well.
you can also pop your own scythe. It doesn't happen very often because usually you either do it with DPE or another card in the extra deck, but it is a thing that you can do if need be. Dark Rebellion, it is very good. It's super good in our area. Our area, there's a lot of people who like to throw up real big monsters or cards like Dragoon. And if you can bait the Dragoon, walk through it with this thing, you're almost, that's damn near lethal already, not including anything else you're doing. This could also be Baguska if I chose to swap these two out. I'm really in between them with our locals in particular, because Baguska is amazing going second, but so is this.
Yeah.
The other thing that's useful about Baguska is if you Baguska and then Pendulum summon, and then you just do the access code line to wipe their board, but I don't have access code, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
So Baguska will definitely come in once I get an access code, but for now, Dark Rebellion works.
Awesome.
Then 3 Synchros, T2 Wonder Magician. This is a way to pop Scythe, and a way to get into Baron. Baron is honestly what makes this deck more competitive now, because the ability to summon Oath Dragon off the deck and then hard make this before I hit 5 summons makes all of our plays so much safer, and it just makes the deck viable again, because it was real rough for a while.
What is it? 14 times
90. And then Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, because going second, this card is insane. Pop one of your cards, shuffle back one of their cards. Then you can extend into the Luster Pendulum, especially if you're popping like a purple Poison Magician. Anyway.
Awesome.
Yep. There's the extra. Side deck is, if you've seen Triff's profiles, you've seen in this side deck 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Asphere Mode, 2 Lava Golem, because I only own 2. 1 Called by the Grave 2. Basically, these all get sided in for big, heavy combo decks, because all of these immediately wipe the board, and then let me play through it. And then 1 Called by the Grave, because it comes up against specifically like decks that Scythe lock you. Same with Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone, though, does double duty in that you can also play it against trap decks alongside Red Reboot and Denko Sekka.
Let's go.
Denko Sekka came in once today, but I didn't actually see it. So I ended up just having to play through the traps. But
Did you see the red reboot at all? Or did you
Nope.
sign it? No?
I never see the Red Reboot. The one time I saw Red Reboot in the past 2 weeks, got judgmented. So
Wow. That's
Right.
rough. Awesome. Well, also, he did win a...
I won a Konami Yu-Gi-Oh! Water Bottle.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Thanks, Ryan, for the deck profile.
Yep,
Good job
absolutely.
getting first. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yep, for sure.